Well, the president is making some big news. Just a short while ago, Mr. Obama said he spoke to Iranian President Hassan Rouhani by telephone today, noting it was the first communication between an American and Iranian president since 1979. The call was 15 minutes long. Here's President Obama earlier.
Just now, I spoke on the phone with President Rouhani of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The two of us discussed our ongoing efforts to reach an agreement over Iran's nuclear program. I reiterated to President Rouhani what I said in New York. While there will surely be important obstacles to moving forward, and success is by no means guaranteed, I believe we can reach a comprehensive solution.
Now, Andrea, we saw that this meeting maybe was going to happen here in New York City during the UN. Why do you think that it happened today and not in person?
I think time is on the side of the Iranian president. I think he wants to drag his heels, and he figured he can better manipulate things if he's on the phone rather than a sit-down meeting, which gives the visuals, and they can take pictures of them coming out. I think this is exactly what they wanted. And, you know, the whole reason that we're having this conflict in Syria is because Putin wants to take Iranian oil, build a pipeline in Syria, and channel that oil up to Europe. That's the missing piece. You never hear that story from the media. The Iranians are not going to cede any kind of power. They're not going to cede any kind of control. Rouhani used to be the nuclear negotiator. He's in a YouTube video saying, this is our mission to become nuclear. He's not going to change his mind. Right. This is just getting played, the president, yet again.
Bob, when it comes to Iran, it is an issue about whether the new president can be trusted. Why do you think that they're reaching out now? It has been a while, 1979. Why do you think President Obama is reaching out so many years later?
Well, it's not a tough act to follow with Rafsanjani, but I was in Tehran in 1979 with the last congressional delegation there, and Bakhtiar had just been installed as the president, and there were 400,000 people outside of our hotel room saying death to Americans. Fortunately, the military attaché said, let's get out of here. The problem is we've now had 3 generations of Iranians who have come to really hate the United States. The Persians used to be a pretty strong, positive view. And my only problem with the people who say don't talk to them, what are we going to do? Put our head in the sand, just let this thing go? Why not take a shot at having a conversation with them?
Because they're terrorists and they fund terrorism around the world. And by the way, the reason why no one's spoken to them for the last 33 years is because they sponsored Hezbollah, Hamas, the Palestinians, Al-Qaeda, 9/11. The last time anyone spoke to the Iranians was when Ronald Reagan said, I've just been elected, and you better let our hostages go, or you guys are absolutely screwed. We're going to level you. And they let the hostages go.
That's not exactly a historical fact.
Can I just point out one more thing? Iran. 4 million barrels of oil per day they pump out at $100 a barrel, $400 million a day. There are a boatload of petrodollars financing terror.
Most of the terror dollars come from Saudi Arabia.
Well, that's the big question here. Is has Iran changed, right?
No,
can they be trusted? So I think that we do have some sound here of President Obama talking about more of that phone call.
Iran's supreme leader has issued a fatwa against the development of nuclear weapons. President Rouhani has indicated that Iran will never develop nuclear weapons. I've made clear that we respect the right of the Iranian people to access peaceful nuclear energy in the context of Iran meeting its obligations. So the test will be meaningful, transparent, and verifiable actions, which can also bring relief from the comprehensive international sanctions that are currently in place.
So, Greg, do you think the fatwa is a real one against the nuclear program, or do you think that's just...
I admire President Obama's ability to trust strangers. Gee whiz. You got to hand it to him. Obama speaks softly, and he carries an iPod of his own speeches, which is really good. You know what the agreement is? The agreement is we're going to have nukes, and you're going to agree to it. That's it. We know that's going to happen. What else can happen?
Yeah. Maybe Republicans should get nukes, and then the president would actually talk to them.
Listen, maybe you won't have a 5th person on this show, because I got a call from the Justice Department saying, Bob, you've got to stop doing this with Muslims. I did.
Well, you launched fatwas against everybody.
I know, but I don't want a fatwa launched against me.
You're an American. There's already
Too
one
late
out.
for that.
Anyway, if I die, I ain't going to get 77 virgins.
Directly ahead.